After more than a decade of rumors, speculation, and behind-the-scenes engineering battles, Apple is finally ready to enter the foldable era. The long-awaited foldable iPhone, widely referred to in leaks as the iPhone Fold, is expected to launch in fall 2026, not just as a new model, but as a complete reimagining of what an iPhone can be. Set to debut alongside the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max, this device won't just be another addition to the lineup. According to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, it will represent the most significant overhaul in the iPhone's history. A bold claim, but one that starts to make sense when you look at what Apple has reportedly achieved. A book-style design like no other foldable on the market, like Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold series or other Android clamshells. Apple has chosen a book-style foldable design, wider than it is tall, giving it a unique form factor that blurs the line between smartphone and tablet. When unfolded, the device reveals a large 7.8-inch display with a 4:3 aspect ratio. Mimicking the screen proportions of an iPad mini, this isn't just about size, it's about functionality. Apple is treating this like a hybrid device, an iPhone when folded, an iPad-like experience when open. Imagine running to full apps, side by side, in true split-screen mode, editing documents with desktop-level precision, or watching movies in cinematic widescreen without black bars, when closed. The outer display measures approximately 5.5 inches, making it pocketable and usable with one hand, perfect for quick messages, calls, and notifications. Both screens are expected to support high refresh rates and peak brightness levels, consistent with Apple's promotion standard, thinner than any iPhone before. As slim as 4.5 millimeters, when open, one of the most jaw-dropping claims about the iPhone Fold is its incredible thinness. Multiple sources suggest that when unfolded, the device could be as thin as 4.5 millimeters, thinner than the current thinnest Apple product, the 5.1 millimeters, 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Even when folded, it's rumored to measure between 9 millimeters and 9.5 millimeters, putting it in line with today's premium smartphones, despite housing complex folding mechanics. To achieve this, Apple is said to be using a titanium chassis for structural integrity, combining it with aluminum in non-stress areas to manage heat and reduce weight. But building something this thin comes with trade-offs, and Apple had to make some tough decisions. No Face ID? Say hello to Touch ID on the power button due to space constraints inside such a slim body. Apple reportedly won't include the TrueDepth camera system needed for Face ID. Instead, the iPhone Fold will feature Touch ID integrated into the power button, similar to how Apple implemented fingerprint recognition on recent iPad Air and iPad Pro models. For many fans, this marks a surprising step backward. After over 8 years of refining Face ID across iPhones and iPads, reverting to Touch ID on what should be Apple's most advanced phone may raise eyebrows. But given the physical limitations of fitting the depth sensing array into a folding mechanism, Apple likely saw this as the only viable solution. That said, having both biometric options, Touch ID plus passcode, could actually improve accessibility and convenience, especially when wearing masks or lying down. Camera system trimmed down. Dual lens setup. Without telephoto, another compromise tied to the ultra-thin design is the rear camera setup. Unlike the triple lens systems on the iPhone 18 Pro models, the iPhone Fold is expected to have only 2 rear cameras, wide and ultra-wide, with no dedicated telephoto lens, while computational photography and digital zoom will help bridge the gap. This omission might disappoint pro users who rely on optical zoom. However, Apple could offset this by enhancing low-light performance, sensor quality, and AI-driven image processing through its next-gen neural engine front-facing cameras are also a challenge on foldables due to the larger inner display. Rumors suggest Apple may embed a punch-hole selfie camera on the main screen or use under-display tech, though the latter remains unconfirmed. Pricing: a premium flagship at over $2,000, there's no doubt the iPhone Fold will come with a premium price tag. Early estimates place the starting cost at over $2,000, making it the most expensive iPhone ever released. At that price point, it will compete directly with high-end tablets and even entry-level laptops. But Apple isn't aiming for mass adoption out the gate. This is a statement device designed to showcase innovation, attract early adopters, and establish Apple's presence in the foldable market. Analysts believe initial production volumes will be limited, and supply may struggle to meet demand during the first few months after launch, eliminating the crease. Apple's biggest engineering feat, perhaps, the most talked about aspect of any foldable device, is the visible crease across the center of the screen. On most current foldables, it's noticeable both visually and to the touch, but Apple appears to have cracked the code. Multiple leaks indicate that the iPhone Fold will feature a nearly invisible crease, thanks to a combination of advanced materials and proprietary engineering. According to insiders, Apple pursued this goal regardless of cost, developing a new material property that minimizes deformation at the fold line. Key innovations include ultra-thin glass supplied by Lens Technology. Using raw materials from Corning custom OLED panels co-developed with Samsung Display, featuring integrated touch sensors that reduce overall thickness by up to 19%, structural glass midframe to reinforce the hinge area and prevent sag in advanced. Optical layers, including color filter encapsulation and circular polarizers to enhance color accuracy and light transmission leakers. Report the crease depth could be under 0.15 millimeters, with a fold angle of less than 2.5 degrees, so shallow that it may feel almost flat when swiped over with a finger. If true, this would surpass every existing foldable on the market in terms of display smoothness and durability. Hinge technology. Liquid metal for unmatched durability. The heart of the foldable design is the hinge mechanism, and here, Apple is pulling out all the stops. The company is reportedly using liquid metal amorphous alloy in the hinge structure, a material known for its extreme resistance to bending, scratching, and corrosion. Liquid metal has already been used in past Apple products, like the SIM and card ejector tool, but never at this scale. Its unique atomic structure, achieved through rapid cooling, makes it stronger than titanium alloys, while maintaining a sleek, stainless, steel-like finish. Apple may also combine liquid metal with titanium and stainless steel components to balance strength, weight, and longevity. The result, a hinge engineered to survive hundreds of thousands of folds without wear, far exceeding industry standards. Display specs, high resolution, iPad-like clarity based on the latest leaks. Here's what we expect from the displays. Main unfolded display, approximately 7.76 inches, resolution of 2713 x 1920 pixels for 2:3 aspect ratio. Outer folded display, approximately 5.49 inches, resolution of 2088 x 1422 pixels both screens. Old HDR support, promotion, 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. Ultra bright panels, greater than 2000 nits, peak the inner screen's 4:3 aspect ratio. Opens up new possibilities for multitasking and productivity. Apps like Notes, Safari, Mail, and Final Cut Rush could offer iPadOS-style layouts, turning the iPhone Fold into a legitimate mobile workstation